Marriage and men's health. Couples, both married and single, who are middle-aged as well as those of a different age, may remember the melody, if not the lyric. Love and marriage, go together like a horse and carriage. I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Much has changed, needless to say, since the browser and rail days. And on the subject of love, there have also been developments in the course of Ozzy and Harriet's romantic lyrics. Some people wind up in marriage without happily tying the knot, and a lot of marriages become loveless and unfriendly after divorce. Rankings. Single-parent families are becoming more normal, and society is becoming increasingly comfortable with assorted form. Many social, economic, psychological, and spiritual journeys have been the subject discussion, and there will continue to be more on the subject. Nevertheless, it is necessary to ask specifically about how marriage itself can affect men's health. Single people may require more than their married peers to survive. Respond. In any case, it's impossible to say with full confidence the effects of marriage. Several researchers have asserted that self-selection would bias the results because of the fact that healthy men tend to marry earlier than unhealthy men. However, recent studies have proven that the opposite is true. Unhealthy men remarry sooner, are more likely to stay married following divorce, and are less likely to divorce than healthy men. Another influence on the well-being of people is loneliness. Is living together with a spouse linked with better health care, or is it merely to have you living with each other? Some studies show this, and marriage is associated with better health for both sexes than the others. However, those who live with their wives are the healthiest of them all. Marriage is thought to have positive impacts on both mental and physical health. Only recently have scientists discovered that the explanation for due to the fact that married men experience less stress than single men, divorced men, and widowed men. We're going to now focus on are educated ladies homewreckers? The studies of the 1980s indicated that men whose wives had a higher level of education than they had were more likely to die from coronary artery disease than men married to less, with an increasing number of women getting advanced degrees. That might take some guys by surprise. But a 2002 study found that the more educated a woman's husband is, the lower his risk for cardiovascular disease and risk factors such as high blood pressure, obesity, high cholesterol. And a 2009 study indicated that men married to more educated women also experienced a decreased mortality rate than men married to less educated. In the modern era, the more educated a man's spouse is, the lower his mortality risk. Smart women can attract. If marriage helps guard health, the heart will be the likely beneficiary. Japanese scientists that men who had been bachelors were 3 times more vulnerable to heart disease than those, and a report based on the Framingham Offspring study also states that marriage is quite uplifting to the heart. Scientists tracked 3,600 even after taking major health risk factors such as age, body mass index, smoking, blood fibrinogen, diabetes, and less like. In the event that marital happiness is not associated with its effects on cardiovascular disease in Framingham, it is consistently connected to hypertension over time. Specifically, marital frustration is associated with the thickening of the ventricle's main pumping chamber, which makes it susceptible. Job stress won't affect the heart nearly as much as it influences other parts of the body. Heart failure, a persistent condition caused by the impaired heart muscle, is typically caused by coronary arteriosclerosis. But even after heart failure has developed, supportive relationships can increase a person's lifespan. Established links between stress, depression, social isolation, and the effect of a good marriage on heart health. However, cancer is another animal altogether. Indeed, there is little evidence the existence of an inverse link between cancer and marriage. However, marriage is able to. Matthew, a cancer/stroke patient whose Ph.D. was obtained, asks you to help him raise awareness of health issues by sharing this valuable information. Please take the time to subscribe to and like this video.